Oh, that beautiful, beautiful sound of the water crashing up on a beach. This is Travel Talk with Heber Travel, and I am Agent Mike Baxter, travel specialist, travel advisor with Heber Travel. And today we are going to talk about Hawaii, but more specifically about the island of Maui. It's one of 8 islands in Hawaii. And so we'll kind of go shift over right now and just talk a little bit about Hawaii as the state and the 8 islands that are there. And then we'll get much more specific to talk about Maui and the reasons to visit that and why clients kind of go to Maui. So if you look at our map here, we have Hawaii, which is also known as the Big Island. You have Maui, you have Molokai and Lanai, you have Oahu, and you have Kauai. Those are the 5 or 6 really most mentioned islands, or the most visited islands. You also have these two other little ones, but a lot of people don't travel to them. You can get onto them, but they're not really habitable. But let's just talk specifically all about Maui. So Maui has a bunch of. So we have Kanapali on the west coast. We have Kanapali and Lahaina, and then if you work your way up and around the west coast, that is the primary spots where a lot of resort and hotels are. You come back in towards Waihu and Kahului. That is, of course, I mean those, and then you're going to find that's where the airports are. So this island isn't that big, so you can get around it. On the eastern side, you have Hana, and of course, the road to Hana is a big reason to visit that. And then you have Hula Kula, Haleakala, Haleakala National Park, and that is where the active volcano is on Maui. I think it's only gone off maybe 10 times in the last 1,000 years. So it is technically active, but hasn't gone off anytime recently. Um, I think it's been like 300 or 400 years ago was the last time it went off. So, but you can go see an active volcano on Maui. And to do that, you're going to go to Haleakala National Park. So some of the things you can do. This is a beautiful picture of sunrise at Haleakala crater in the national park. As you can see, you kind of are above the clouds. The sun is rising up there, and you can kind of see. So sunrise and sunsets are two great things. It's kind of like if you're in the Northeast, you can go over to Acadia National Park in Maine, and you can see your sunrise and sunset there. It's like the first place that you see in the continents of the United States. Over here in Hawaii, you're not in the continents of the United States anymore, but I mean, seeing a sunrise and sunset, absolutely beautiful. Worth getting up super early in the morning to be up there to do it. Other things to do in Hawaii that a lot of our clients will come to and or are looking to do. You see there's a picture, a rainbow, and if you look at the background, I mean that's kind of the way parts of Hawaii and specifically Maui look. It's a volcanic island, so it's built from the ground, built up, and then just kind of spurs out with the lava that's been built there, and so it's going to be pretty high. It's great for hiking and that type of stuff, biking, the trails and that type of stuff, and then of course. Your nature lovers, whale watching is a phenomenal reason to go to Hawaii. The big humpback whales that you see breaching. Pretty much every person that we've ever sent to Hawaii has gone on a whale watching tour and has seen whales. I mean, your chances of seeing them there are dramatically increased. So that's a great reason to go and to see these ginormous, magnificent animals. Another reason to go, Luaus. Hawaii is known for luau's, but Maui does them really, really well. And so a luau, is basically kind of like it's food and entertainment, and you're learning history and culture in that process. So like you can have generally it's like a pig roast where they bury it in the sand. They buried the pig in the sand, and you're gonna eat that. You have your leis, ukuleles. So you have your entertainment with the type of music that they're playing, and then you also have like dancing and that type of stuff, and also fire breathers and fire things. I mean, it's all the history of the Hawaiian culture. So I mean, luau's are great events to go to, and I highly recommend them. And of course, our clients really enjoy that. Usually do it once while you're on your vacation, and you kind of get to feel that experience. So it's a great thing to do. Reasons to visit Hawaii, specifically Maui. So we're going to talk specifically Maui because there's a whole bunch of reasons to visit Hawaii, but specifically Maui. A lot of people don't think about it, but the very first reason that a lot of people go to it is the windsurfing. So when you think of Hawaii, you think of the big waves and surfing, right? You want to go there and surf. There's movies about it, and so stuff like that. But windsurfing is really big in Maui. So it's great to be there, but it's also a great spot to go watch. The island's kind of built so you can sit up and watch people doing it. And of course, that's windsurfing with the boards, plus with the kites and all that stuff. So I mean, there's variations of it. So it's a great reason to go visit. Pretty cool if you're athletic and want to go do something like that, or you just want to watch it, or you have somebody in your family who wants to do it. It's a great place to do that, specifically Maui. Another one is, of course, the Haleakala crater. And of course, I keep using that because the pronunciation of that, it's throwing me off a little bit. I say it all the time, but I'm never really that good. And when you look at it, phonetically, it just isn't working for me. So, Haleakala crater. Of course, the sunrise, sunset, the active volcano. That's a great reason to visit Maui. Another great reason is the whale watching. We had a picture of that. You're pretty much going to see like the humpback whales, which are the big boys. You could probably see like blue whales, that kind of thing. Those are the big guys that are roaming the oceans, and they're in and around Hawaii. So a quick day trip and doing that is a phenomenal idea while you're there. Luaus, we just talked about that. It's that entertainment, that history, that culture, the opportunity to, food and to kind of really kind of see and feel what Hawaii is all about. So it's a great place to do that. And then we have a bonus one, which I didn't have pictures of and didn't want to talk, I want to talk about it, but I wanted to throw it out as like a little bonus. A lot of people, think of Hawaii and think of this, but Maui is the place that really has a lot of them and some really nice ones, and that is waterfalls. Great place to visit if you want to go to Hawaii. Go to the waterfalls, and of course we can build all that package for you. We have experts for Hawaii in our office here at Heber Travel, so we can always, of course, work on that. And so these are just some of the main reasons to visit Hawaii. And that. So if you're flying from the Northeast, so out of like an Albany or any of the big cities, your Boston, your Hartford, your New York City type, you may out of New York City or Boston, probably you could get a red eye to Los Angeles. But generally, what you're going to end up doing is go somewhere midway. It could be like a Chicago, it could be Nashville, it could be like in Arizona or something, and then eventually you're going to go to Los Angeles, most likely. You could do it like a Seattle or something too. So you're looking at 3 legs flying out. A lot of times we'll have our clients stay overnight in Los Angeles, so they'll get there. It kind of gives them a little bit of refresher. They jump on the plane the next morning, 6-hour flight just about to Hawaii, and then you're there and you're feeling not as jet lagged when you do that, because you're also losing time when you go west. On your way back, you can kind of run straight through and not have to stay overnight or anything like that. But on the way out, it does do that. If you're traveling Hawaii, you probably want to look at adding 2 to 3 days to like a normal 7 day. So you're looking probably like a 10-day, 2 to 3 days for that travel time, because your body will feel pretty beat up when you're going out to that idea. A lot of our clients will do a 10 to 14 day when we look at Hawaii coming out of the Northeast. Now, we've had clients coming out of California or whatnot, and so it's not as bad. They can do probably a seven day, with 2 days of doing that and still have a pretty good time. But if you're going to Hawaii, you want to plan out to have a little more time than that. Now, the other thing you can do in Hawaii, which a lot of people don't talk about, post COVID or post us getting through COVID, is taking a cruise. You can take a cruise right in Hawaii. It's only traveling at nighttime primarily, so you're not even really knowing that it's traveling. because it's short distance in between the islands for cruise ships, and you're spending 10, 12 hours on each island, and sometimes 2 days on an island. So you get to see all of Hawaii, all of the different islands. So it's a great little addition or idea for you to think about. If you're not big into cruising, it's not like traveling out of New York City to get to Bermuda or whatever, where the water could be rougher. This is, pretty, calm waters and traveling between the islands. So I believe the first ship started coming back probably about 2 months ago. So we're filming this in January of 2022. So I think it was about a month. Well, maybe it was in the beginning of December. So about a month ago, the first one came back and started doing it. But cruising right now isn't. You can do it, but it's more problematic in regards to COVID than other things are. So but if you're planning a Hawaii trip, you might be planning it for late 2022 or for 2023. So you can plan this out. Of course, the times to go, a lot of our clients will go are springtime and then fall time. Really good times to go. Temperature is beautiful, pretty much year round. So these are all the reasons to visit Hawaii. Some more information about it. Of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to us at Hebrew Travel or on any of our social media. We'll be there to try and help you out and answer those questions. Of course, we want to book any of your travel that you have, especially in this complicated day and age. And I always say, even if you're not booking with us, please use a travel advisor. A lot of super experts out there who can help you do that, navigate all the waters that we're going through these days, and then make sure that you have that great vacation that you're looking for. So if you have any questions, feel free to do that. Of course, if you like this video, any information in there, please subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing this weekly, and we're going to be talking all sorts of things about different places around the world. And of course, we'll throw in a bunch of travel information specific to what's going on, stuff that's new, places that we have been to, places that we're visiting, any of our agents. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of different stuff on this channel. So please feel free to reach out and subscribe and comment. And you can also reach us on any of our social media. And please be safe, enjoy, make those memories. This is all about Hawaii and Maui. Have a great day.